How you doing? You know what? Let me turn this. This is my shop air conditioner. There, it's a little fan, squirrel fan or whatever. That's the air conditioner for the shop. Let me turn that off real quick. Alrighty. It's not really that it's hot. I'm moving air through here. I've been running the pressure washer. Well, if you take a look here, I got pressure wash that table and that table there, and that table there. I've been pressure washing. In fact, I just pressure washed a bunch of my saws. I'm getting ready. I gotta start a few of these. You know, clean them up and start them and make sure everything's good. I'm just cleaning today. I'm getting ready for the event here in July. So, I don't know. I'm just cleaning, you know. July 11th and 12th, if you're interested, send me an email at homelightsmitty@gmail.com. And we are located in Henrietta, Pennsylvania. If you wish to attend, you can. We're hanging out, running a couple of saws, you know. No pressure kind of situation. Mostly going to be just hanging out and chatting and eating food and stuff. But bring your saws, and if you don't want to bring some saws, then don't. You can run one of mine if you want. You know what I mean? So let me go ahead. I'm going to start firing up some saws here. Just, you know, I pressure washed them. I want to make sure there's no water in the cylinder. Now this is my 036 that Briscoe built, and it's probably one of the top 2 or 3 saws in my collection. What I should say is like one of my favorites. Probably, it's 1 or 2. I'm going to say it's number 1, maybe number 2. The only saw that's in a close running is this Homelight 870 that I built. I really like this saw. I really do. It's just a little heavy, you know. But that 036 is freaking sweet. Now, what could be better than having one 036? Getting a second one. I acquired that on a trade. It is not a running saw. It does have scoring on the piston. I have not pulled it apart to see what kind of condition everything is in, but I do have an additional 036 now. I should clean it up, you know, get to work on it here, but I don't know, we'll see. But yes, we now have 2 036s. My Briscoe, and I'm gonna build one of these days. I don't know if it needs the whole top end, but I do know there's scoring on the piston. And the trade, I actually traded a running saw for this. I traded off an Echo 490 that ran for this 036. And some people might say, you're freaking nuts. The 490's worth more. To be honest, I didn't pay what you think I paid for that 490. I paid a whole lot less for it, and so in the end, I mean, well, I've bought that 490 what, a year ago maybe, and never once in the whole year of having it or so, it might have been 2 years, never once did I even try to start it, let alone put it into a piece of wood. You know what I mean? And so yeah, this other 36 came along. The dude needed a running saw. He gave it to me to see if I can get him a running saw. I just looked at the piston and cylinder, was like, nope. He's gonna have to put some money into it. He's not, not really looking to put a lot of money into it. You know what I mean? So I offered him trade to take the Echo 490 for the 036, and he's tickled. I got that 490 running, put fuel in it, primed it. I had to prime it to get it to go. The carburetor was a little stiff, but once I primed her and got her going, she's been running good ever since. I made the trade, and it's been about a month now, and he's going out and he's cut probably 4 or 5 trees down, cut them up into firewood and stuff, and he's tickled pink. He's just happy that he got a running saw, and I'm happy that I got another 036. She's not too bad a condition, really, if you think about it. I've seen worse. I mean, compared to that one's just clean. This one is not. Here, let me fix this. This is bugging me. There we go. Yeah. I gotta fix the starter and put a top end on it, and we'll see how she progresses. But yeah, I got a pair now. A pair of 036s. Now, I could mention that this Briscoe built 036 is the one saw that I own that has had the most requests for somebody to buy it from me. That's the one. Hands down, that one gets more offers than all the rest of them combined. Just to give you an idea. And that's just that shelf. That's not including my home lights and stuff that are, I mean, there's 2 freaking 550s sitting there, and you know what I mean? That one saw more offers than anything. And I will tell you, I'm gonna say at least 4 of the offers have exceeded $1,000. And you can see where it's sitting. Just to give you an idea of how much. Just to give you an idea of just how much I like that saw. All right, that's enough starting saws for now. It gets tiring pulling on them cords, if you know what I mean. Not all of them have low compression. I stopped on the 385. That's a higher compression one. My arm's just a little bit more of a rubber band right now, so I'm gonna wait. I only got like 3 left to start. So, and I'm not really having any issues. I think one of them was a little more difficult, and you can tell which ones I kind of got in and got water into the air filter. They are running really, really, really rich. But that'll clear up as it dries up. You know what I mean? So yeah, just getting ready for the event here. Cleaning up. I mean, she's not perfect, but the seating area is so, just in case it rains, we can hang out in here. And in fact, last year we hung out in here anyway. Just, it's a shady spot. You can stay out of the rain, all that stuff. And I decided to go ahead and pressure wash this table. She sat outside under a tree for a long time, so it kind of needed it. If you're familiar with how tables and stuff will start looking once they're sitting under a tree for a while, they get kind of green. You know what I mean? So she's all pressure washed off. That and my little bench. That's my test and tune bench for in the shop right there. It was a homemade weight bench. I cut one of the arm, whatever you want to call it, off. It used to be a homemade weight bench. And that's just where I put my saws to test them, like a bench tune. And that thing had so much bar oil in it But I went ahead and just hosed it. You know what I mean? She's almost stained completely black from all the bar oil. But I thought I'd shoot this little video here. Kind of a reminder, you know, the event is coming up. I got this weekend to prepare. I got the kids' birthday coming, and I got to deal with that. So this was kind of like my only opportunity to get this cleaned up pretty much this weekend. I still got to do the workbench over there, but it's not even noon yet. So I got the rest of the day. I think I'm going to take the boys out, get some lunch, maybe some ice cream, and then we'll probably mess with that later this evening. I got the Wi-Fi up and running. Got my TV up and running. It's been a while. I had disconnected all that stuff last year, and you know, after the event, so we got her back up and running. The wire is just kind of stretched through the tree. It's I'm just running a wire up through the tree to a router over here, and whenever I dig the trench to put the water in for the outside furnace, I'm going to dig extra trenches and stuff and get that Wi-Fi or get that wire buried, get a water line ran to the shop. You know, I'm going to kind of do all that project in once. But that's kind of where we're at. So yeah, homelightsmitty@gmail.com if you're interested in coming. There's no fee, just come. If you want to bring something, bring something. We have 40-pound chicken here. I'm picking up some meatballs. We got pasta salad coming. I think we got a macaroni salad. I think my mother's gonna do the macaroni salad. She lives in Philadelphia, which is like 5 hours away, but she's coming up for the boys' birthdays. And I think she's gonna go ahead and make our macaroni salad for us. What else? I think Muffler is bringing some breakfast stuff. So Saturday morning breakfast would be like eggs and probably some bacon and scrapple and pancakes. So yeah, Saturday morning breakfast. Don't know what we're gonna do Friday night. It's either gonna be some chicken or meatballs or something. Probably chicken, that's what we did last year. We might even do chicken again on Saturday with meatballs. Do both. And then like the meatballs are one of those things they can just sit in the pan all day, you know, on warm heat or whatever. And the chicken, whenever it's done with the grill or whatever, you know, we devour it. And he cooks this chicken kind of like the Firehouse style, if you're familiar with that, like the way Firehouses cook their chicken. That's the way his turns out. We might need a cooler. I don't have any coolers. I ran over my cooler, and what we do is we put the chicken in the cooler to keep it hot. I ran it over, smashed it. So might need to get a cooler. Probably gonna pick up about 4 cases of soda. I have 2 cases of water in there already. So we still got some stuff to pick up, the paper plates and all that. But if you guys are interested in bringing something, just let me know. I can tell you the chicken's already covered. We still need our plates, you know, plastic silverware, napkins, all that stuff. Maybe some. Hear that? That's Jacob. They were playing on the trampoline, and I think one of the boys pushed them. That's Jacob you hear. I can hear that. I recognize that scream from a mile away. Let me check on it. Fighting over a bike is what they're fighting over. But anyway, yeah, let me know. Oh, you okay? No.
Get my bike.
He took your bike.
Yeah.
Yeah. You okay now?
I want pizza. I want pizza.
Here they come. Pizza. Pizza? You want pizza? What do you want? It's a 20-minute drive if I want anything other than pizza. I can be at pizza in 10 minutes. 5-10 minutes. But if I want anything else, I gotta go further. I guess I could go in and whip up some hot dogs for them if they're gonna fight over it. You know what I mean? But anyway, hey, that's about it for today. We'll catch you later. Make sure you let me know if you're coming, or if you want to come, or if you want to bring something. So we're almost there. It's coming very shortly. So later.